emerges, screaming from the womb. A lust for war shall enter the hearts of all their siblings. Those saviors who delivered humanity from the chimera are but pieces of a whole, and the whole shall demand assemblage. Not breeding, not morality, nor purity of spirit shall deliver the children of the Phoenix from madness and bloodshed. They shall rage each other, consume one another, and their hunger will not be assuaged until but a single remaining survivor rises as a true Phoenix. One who will mount the throne of God to rule over this world, the next, and all the realms that lie in between.
Hi, my name is Rodney Smith. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the 2 to 4 player game Ashes: Rise of the Phoenixborn, designed by Isaac Vega and published by Plaid Hat Games. You'll also find a link to a full instructional video for the game in the description of this one. In Ashes, players will choose one of the 6 included Phoenixborn, build a deck of cards and assign dice to them, and then duel their opponents. To win, you'll need to cause damage to an opponent's Phoenixborn equal to its life value. If you want to jump right in and play, the game comes with enough cards to simultaneously create the 6 suggested pre-built decks, one for each Phoenixborn. You can also follow the deck building rules to create one of the billions of different possible unique deck combinations, or follow the instructions to allow players to draft decks. Next, let's take a quick tour of a table that's been set up with 2 opponents preparing to play. The players will sit across from one another, each with their own play areas, and to the side, you'll have 3 pools of status, exhaustion, and damage tokens. In your play area, you'll have your Phoenixborn, your face-down deck, and separate conjuration pile, and one of the players will also have the first player token. Based on the deck that you've built, you'll also choose 10 dice and take their matching reference cards. Dice on this side are considered active and available for you to use, and as you use them, you'll move them to the exhausted side. And a reference is included for each player to help remind you of the phases and actions that you can take in each round. A unique aspect of Ashes is the first 5. At the beginning of your game, you choose 5 unique cards from your deck to form your opening hand. So right from the beginning of the game, you have control of the strategy that you wish to execute against your opponent. And if you're just learning the game, the pre-built decks include suggestions for your first 5, so you can start playing right away. At the start of a round, players take their exhausted dice, roll them, and place them into their active pool. The various die faces will provide you with resources that you exhaust to pay the cost to play cards from your hand, to activate abilities on units and spells already in play, and to trigger the power ability of the dice themselves. As you use these resources, they become exhausted, so you'll want to ensure you spend them wisely. But you're never entirely limited to what you rolled. For example, each die has 3 sides or levels: a basic, class, and rare power level. And each higher level can always be used in place of a lower one. And during your turn, you may discard any number of cards from your hand, from the top of your draw deck, and from this area, known as your spell board, in order to change that number of dice in your active pool to the side of your choosing. In this way, although it requires a sacrifice, as a player you will have options to get those resources you desperately need. Another unique aspect of the gameplay is that each player will be restricted to a maximum number of units and spells they can have in play at any one time. These limitations are dictated by the Phoenixborn that you've chosen. For example, the player with Cole Rourkwin will be able to put out 6 units in the battlefield and 5 spells on their spell board, while Maoni Viper can only put 3 units in the battlefield and 4 spells in the spell board. However, she has a higher life total. And again, they're further distinguished by the special abilities that they each have. Also, during rounds, instead of a player taking all of their actions, they choose a single main action and an optional side action. And then their opponent does the same thing, and back and forth it goes. In this way, you stay in constant interaction with your opponent and can adjust as things develop on the table. An action could be deploying a new ally to the table, or casting a spell for its effect, or pushing your units forward on the attack. And while you will have a variety of actions to choose from, during a round you don't draw new cards, and attacking or using abilities will often cause exhaustion tokens to be placed on them, preventing them from being used further. In this way, a round reaches its natural conclusion once both players have passed consecutively. At the end of a round, units that were wounded but not destroyed may be able to recover some of their health. Additionally, a single exhaustion token is removed from all cards, and a new round is begun by rolling your exhausted dice into your active pool, discarding any number of cards from your hand, and then drawing back up to 5. Knowing that you'll be able to learn exactly how to play in the full instructional video, I'll wrap this overview up here with a quick slideshow at the end to show you some of the different cards that come in the game and leave you to ponder the different gameplay opportunities in Ashes: Rise of the Phoenixborn. At the time of this recording, the game is available to pre-order from the Plaid Hat Games website. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video. And there you can get a $15 discount from the suggested retail price and the special pre-order promos. This includes Phoenixborn Daimona Odenstar, plus 3 copies of her exclusive ally unit, the Wayward Knight. As well, if you have any questions at all about anything that you saw here, including general gameplay questions, I'll be glad to answer them as soon as I get a chance. Enjoy the slideshow, and until the next episode, thanks for watching.